What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel here, goldballhunting.com. That dude over there, the great Jeff Jacklich, another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast. Guys, stay with us today because I just think we've got the answer to life in this episode today, Jeff. So make sure you listen all the way to the end because this could be the one.
So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played on the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for the victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Jeff Jacklich, and along with Brent Abel, my partner, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting.
Well, all righty there, Mr. Jacklich. What's going on there today, son?
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, you know?
As it should be.
Every day is a beautiful day.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. The power of heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Good deal. Well, down here in the desert, and this is actually, we're recording this on the Monday the 23rd, being published on the 24th, Christmas Eve. We're going to get some rain down here today. It's going to happen all day, at least according to the weather human. Can you say weatherman anymore? Or is that like politically incorrect? Huh?
I wouldn't even start that conversation.
I know in Berkeley you can't say manhole cover, so I shudder every time I go through. Oh, you know, and you go, you know, I drive from our home in Moraga to the Berkeley Tennis Club. It cracks me up because on Tunnel Road, you get off of Highway 24 and you take Tunnel Road to go down to BTC. And I don't know if it's still there, but it used to be the sign that would say, "Welcome to Berkeley. By the way, we're a nuclear free zone." So like you guys, you terrorist guys can't come in here and do anything because we've declared ourselves nuclear free.
Right.
I'm just going, okay.
Yeah.
The city that I was born and raised in is now become the definition of berserkly.
That's right.
God dang it.
Now become crazy town.
Look,
anyway. Don't get started, Brenny.
Okay, I better not get started in that.
Rein it in.
Listen, guys, today, speaking of crazy thinking, today's episode is in response to a comment, a really great comment that one of our gold ballers, the great Major Dan.
Dan does it again.
I got to give a big time shout out for Major Dan because he's the one guy who's had the guts to post his match results, and these aren't tournament or league, match results that are made public online, but these are practice matches that he's got the guts, as we've asked that look, take your practice matches and post the result somewhere that's public, whether it's just in the blackboard at the club. Hey, here's what happened today. Yeah, I got my butt kicked or whatever. But he's been doing it here on the comments, and I really applaud him for doing that because I think in the end it's going to pay off big time for him. But he had a spectacular epiphany, Jeff, recently, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, it all gets down to it all gets down to that whole thing at the end of a set about why it becomes so much more tense. So much more, the old collar gets zipped up even tighter, and it's just like it's the potential for a gag or a choke just seems to happen way more often at that moment in the set, whether it's the end of a set or end of a match. And so he had a great epiphany. Anyway,
right.
I'm going to let you kind of go off. I mean, have you got that? Have you got the
I have it queued up in front of me right
so
now.
Don't read the whole thing, but that one part that you and I were just talking about before we hit record, why don't you read it and then tell me your response to it?
Yeah. His final word there is someone's advice was play like you don't give a crap.
and he's referring to what's happening at the end of the set. Maybe I should take up a little bit.
Right. So I've got it right here. So he's playing indoors, so they have a specific time frame that they can only use the court for X amount of time, right?
Right.
And so he wins the first set 6-3. His opponent now is serving up a break 4-3. And he knows, Major Dan knows that they only have time for one more game. And so he realizes, his epiphany is that he realizes that the opponent cannot win the set, even if he wins his service game, right? That they're going to be done. So,
right.
So all of a sudden, his epiphany is he completely relaxes and he plays a great game. And in fact, his opponent double faults at deuce. And then Major Dan says he delivers a great drop shot, which his opponent gets to, but lifts the ball up to him. And then Major Dan hits this nice little bunt lob over the guy's head, and it turns out to be a winner. And he felt, the description is, here's word for word, I felt totally relaxed, clinical, like I could do anything with the ball and knew just the right shot. However, did not feel like that even once when the match was on the line. So he's describing that, when the tension that we feel, in a match, over the course of a match, is that's self-born. That is you creating it. And it's not the other player who's creating it. It's you're creating it. We're creating that ourselves individually. And so that's where, where you and I talk about so much, Brenny, about when you don't worry about exiting the point, looking for the exit first, you can actually start to move yourself into what Major Dan is describing here. I felt totally relaxed, like I could do anything with the ball and knew exactly what to do. And you have to be able to move your mindset into that place of I'm not going to look for the exit first. I don't care whether they touch the ball or not. I can see pretty easily when we move ourselves mentally into that place, where to hit the ball kind of becomes almost painfully obvious when I don't give a crap. And that's the beauty of this, is that, so it's a great epiphany there, Major Dan.
Yeah. Well, look, it brought up a couple things for me. Is number one is my response back to him was, hey, congratulations, that's just an outstanding epiphany. But you got to realize that's what it is. It's an aha moment. It's not a fix.
Right.
And you actually have to try to recreate that feeling you had. And I remember back in the day when I was playing, one of my all-time big wins was against David Nash in the 60 hard courts here. And he was seeded 3 and I was maybe a 9, maybe, I don't know, something like that. And I got the match to where it's now in the 3rd set and he's serving at 2-5. And this could be a big time win for me. I mean, this guy is really
right.
He's an all-time, gold ball legend guy. And so I told myself when he's serving at 2-5 in the 3rd, I kept telling myself, I can't wait to serve this out at 5-3. I'm assuming he's going to hold serve, and I can't wait to serve it out at 5-3. And the other voice is going, Brendan, you're so full of crap. I'm going, no, man, whoever that is over there, I can't wait to serve it out at 5-3. And just like Major Dan, where he's going, hey, there's no way this guy can win the match even if he holds. So whatever the thing is that you tell yourself, and for me it was, hey, I can't wait to serve this thing out. What it really did for me, and maybe that's a little bit of future thinking, but what it does in the present, it takes away the pressure that you feel in the present. And so whatever it is for you, for me was that thinking, I can't wait to serve it out. For Major Dan was, hey, I got nothing to lose here because no matter what happens, we're done after this game. And that's the feeling that you're looking for, which is, and for me, I ended up breaking serve, eventually won the match 2 in the 3rd. And so I guess what I told Mark was that, look, this is just a start. It's an epiphany. It's an aha moment. It's not the fix.
Right.
It's not like, boom, now it's done. Now it's set in there and you've got it for the rest of your life. You actually have to go through this and do it. And that's what I had to do, and I still do it. I mean, I still do something where I kind of fool myself at the end of the match, and it's only because when I do that, it helps me relax, and it's artificial. I'll be the first one to admit it. It's artificial, but it does get me to that point of not pressing, of not. I mean, God, I look back at the time I won the hard courts here, the 60 hard courts in singles, and that was a different year. Playing the finals and serving for the match. And I kept pressing and pressing and pressing. And finally, I had match point after match point and chunking and missing and blah, double fault. And I finally said, I just said, just throw it in there. Big deal. Let's just see what happens. Throw it in there, played a little first crappy volley over the open court, and you missed it. Okay, match. Thank you very much. I'm going, God, I went through all this to get that. That's all I had to do. So,
right.
Yeah. So listen, Major Dan, congratulations, man. That's great. But, again, just a reality check. This has been an aha moment for you. It's now time to really, strap it on and buckle down and start to really try to recreate that feeling. Your feeling is unique to you. I don't know what it is. I know what it is for me. Jeff, you know what it is for you. And you have to try to recreate that feeling. And it's like false advertising. It's like you're telling yourself a big old line of bull, which is, for me, oh boy, I can't wait to serve it out at 5-3. That's going to be a big win, but I can't wait to serve it out. That'll be so cool. No. So, all right. Anything else you want to add to this chat about?
No, I think that's just. No, I think that just what you said. You got to recreate it now, and it has to become like a point of focus when you go out and play your practice sets. And again, the end score of the practice set is not the barometer. It's really how do you feel as you're moving through the match and moving through your points, and being able to the first major bonus I'd say for Major Dan there is that he was in a space where he observed the moment. He was outside himself. I know that sounds crazy, not to get all woo-woo on everybody, but you have to have kind of an outside of yourself kind of moment to be able to observe how you're reacting in that moment. And then that's when you can make a new decision and go, okay, he realized that the guy can't win the set. Doesn't matter why, that there was a time constraint. He just realized, okay, so who cares what happens here?
Yeah.
What if I just do the things I'm supposed to do, and let it go? And all of a sudden there you have a moment where it's like, it seemed really simple. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, listen, guys, a couple of things before we sign off here. Let's see. Number one is we've got a 2 one-day workshops scheduled in January, specifically Thursday and Friday, January 16th and 17th in Palm Desert. And it's those are actually the end of the Palm Springs Senior Tournament, Palm Springs Tennis Club Senior Tournament, and right before the start of the Wilson World Classic, blah, blah, blah thing at Shadow Mountain. So look, 2 links are below. One to take you to the information video that Jeff and I recorded, I'd say about 10 days ago, something like that.
Yep.
Which will tell you everything that we're going to deliver to you before the workshop, during the workshop, and then afterwards. And we got to keep you engaged for about a month afterwards to make sure you're staying on track. But really what we're trying to do with these one-day workshops is help you discover what it is that makes you unique in terms of what do you really do well out there. What's maybe one thing or 2 things that you actually do well that you might not be aware of, that if we could help you design some tactics or strategy that puts you in that situation more often, you might start winning some more matches, either singles and or doubles. And there could be something you're doing that you think you should be doing because you've either seen it on TV or you got a coach is telling you, well, you should be doing this. But when you try to do that thing, it's not working out. And I suppose you could take the next 25 years of your life and try to work it out, but that'd be a loss of time and energy. Anyway, so we want to help you guys figure out what it kind of is your unique player brand. Again, right down below, there's two links. Number one, the information video, and then number two is the application. If you decide this is what you want to do, awesome. We'd love to have you join us, but you got to fill out an application because we got to make sure this is a right fit for you in terms of putting you into the same skill level group. With that said, Jeff, what do we want the fine folks to do right now?
Like us,
Yeah.
share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review. Goldballhunting.com.
Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Yeah, spread the word, spread the love. A lot of love here.
Go on, baby.
Yeah. Guys, get out there today, wherever you are. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Happy holidays to everybody. Jeff, let's do this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.